Hello, great city of Brooklyn. Hello, friends of Brooklyn. I'm your host, Michael Palcisko. It's the 21st episode of Brooklyn 2.0. And guess what? I'm in Brooklyn, the great city, and it's muggy and it's hot and I'm a little thirsty. And we're at Biddulph Beverage store in Biddulph Plaza. We're going to talk about imported wines, imported beers, and imported cigars. And they also have a very unique collection of beer signs. Let's head in to Biddulph Beverage. Biddulph Beverage. I'm looking for the owner, Rick. Rick, is Rick here? Rick.
Yep.
Rick, Mike Palcisko.
Nice meeting you, Mike.
It's great to meet you, sir.
Nice meeting you.
This is an institution, Biddulph Beverage. How long have you owned Biddulph Beverage?
We own it for almost 4 years now.
4 years. Why Brooklyn? Why Brooklyn?
Good neighborhood, good clientele, friendly people.
How long has this establishment, Biddulph Beverage, been open?
Biddulph Beverage has been here almost 30 plus years. Used to be down the other side of the plaza. Then the owner that we bought it from, he shifted from that side to this side.
Rick, I'll tell you why I'm here. I'm looking for a good imported beer. Can you show me a good imported beer?
Sure.
Let's do it.
We have plenty of good beer for you.
Imported beers. I know about Duvel. You've got a great imported beer section. Can you tell me a little bit about Duvel? I know you drink it.
I try pretty much all my beer before I sell it to the customer.
Okay.
Because they ask me some question and I have to know about the beer before I tell if I sell the customer.
So you research these beers.
I do research.
What makes Duvel so special?
Duvel is from Belgium, and that beer you cannot drink out of the bottle. You have to have a nice wide mouth glass, and you gotta pour it slowly into the glass. That's a beer I recommend in summertime when you're sitting on the porch and having a good time. You don't want to drink a lot of...
You want to sip it.
Sip it, exactly.
Now, I'm familiar with the Hofbrauhaus, and I see you have a German beer, Hofbrau Original.
That's one of my bestseller, Hofbrauhaus. This is Hefeweizen. It's kind of a little dark. That's original. This is more Dunkel.
What does Dunkel mean?
Dunkel is dark. That's what they say in German. It's called Dunkel, and over there. Here we call Dunkel. Dunkel is dark, that's original, and that's Hefeweizen, is a wheat.
Like a lighter beer?
No, dark, a wheat.
Wheat beer?
Yep.
Okay, like a wheat beer. Now, I'm familiar with this Paulaner. That's another German beer from Munich.
Yep.
Can you explain the Paulaner beer?
Paulaner is very good beer. They got Oktoberfest just released. They also having the Oktoberfest in the Berea campground, I think this month, which I go every year about it. Tried their beer over there, and it's really good. They got 3 different kinds: original lager, Oktoberfest, and also a Hefe.
Rick, I know a little about imported beers, but I know there's some beers from Ohio that are just unbelievable beers. Can you explain your Ohio beers?
Well, Ohio is known for local brewers, and they got #1 is the Great Lake. I recommend.
City of Cleveland.
Exactly. We got a Brew Kettle from Strongsville. We got Fatheads from Middleburg High. Jackie O's is another best beer.
Jackie O's?
Yeah, that's also a very good beer of it.
What city is that from?
That is also from Ohio. I think it's Medina County-wise.
So it's local. It's pretty much local breweries.
This Lagerhead's also from Medina. Their IPA is really good. It's called a High Five IPA.
High Five IPA.
They got 100% IBUs.
What does IPA stand for? Some of our viewers might not know it.
India Pale Ale is L. IPA is similar as more hoppy. If you want to drink more hoppy beer,
okay.
They have some more like
more of a kick
of it. Anything that you see on the 4-packs got higher alcohol wise. That's why the price are a little bit higher.
When does the Great Lakes Christmas Ale come in? I know that's a popular one around Christmas time.
Yeah, people are already asking about when they're releasing. According to my salesman telling me that they are releasing this beer sometime the 2nd week of the October.
Unbelievable. So, let me ask you this question, Rick. You know, when I grew up, the beers were like Little Kings and Schlitz. Do you carry beers that are obsolete? They don't make those beers anymore.
No, they do still make them.
Let's go look at those obsolete beers.
Sure. Mike, the beer you mentioned it's not obsolete. We have the Mickeys. We also carry Mickey. We have a Slits Gusto, and we have Iron City from Pennsylvania as well.
I know Schlitz. That's my brother's beer, Disco Cisco. But let me ask you this. Can you talk about the Mickeys? I remember that as a young person, in my 20s, Mickey's Big Mouth. Can you talk about these various beers?
Of course. I mean, I have a customer comes in and who used to drink Mickey's when they were like back in the days. They tell us the story that, oh, Mickey was best because it's got a wide open mouth. You can drink it like straight shot, you know. Same thing like Slits Gusto. They used to make 16-ounce cans, but not anymore. They just discontinued that. And people are calling us like every other week about Iron City. Now,
Steelers beer.
Oh.
It's a Pittsburgh Steelers beer.
We have some regular who buy Iron City 30-pack lights.
Icy Light.
Yeah, Icy Light.
I remember Icy Light.
And they got some very good packaging. It's called pirate packaging around it. It's catch your eyes.
Rick, I'm a little confused here. I see all these wonderful beers. What is the purpose of this section here?
This section is you can mix and match your beer.
Right there, mix and match.
You know.
Got to read the signs.
And each bottle are individually priced. So let's say if you come in the store and you see some beer on the shelf, but you don't know if it's good or bad, if you're gonna like it or not. So what we do, we break it into the singles. You can buy one bottle, take it home and try it out. And if you like it, then you can buy a 6-pack.
So it's like a sampler.
Sampler.
It's a sample pack.
Sample pack.
And what do you usually, when people come into a store, what's the #1 mix and match beer here?
IPAs.
The High Five?
High Five, like I mentioned earlier. Now we got the pumpkins out. We got some Oktoberfest out. You know, we got citrus IPAs. You know, they have more tingering.
Like an orangey taste?
Yeah, tropical IPA.
Tropical taste.
This is something they recently started doing it this year. These are the Belgium. These are the lambic with the different flavor like apple, cherry, you know, blackberry. These are Rocheforts are one of my best one. They each individual marketed as 6 and 8. It's the same company, it's the same beer, but different wise by alcohol. Like number 6 got 7.5.
Okay.
Number 8 got 9.2.
Rick, you have Zima, the clear beer.
No, Mike, that is discontinued.
A 30-pack of Strolls, Rick. I thought this beer was obsolete.
Nope, they're still brewing this beer.
Who makes this beer?
They, I think, owned by a Miller right now, and they're still making this beer. This is one of my favorite ones that people buy them. They only comes in 30s.
It's a hot seller here.
Hot seller.
Rick, I know very little about wine. The only wine I know is Mad Dog 2020 and Wild Irish Rose. Can you educate the viewers on the various wines you have here?
Well, yeah, we got plenty good wines from every other different countries. You know, we got wine from Argentina. We have wine from Australians. We have wine from, you know, Argentinians. The New Zealand wines. They're one of the best sellers. You know.
New Zealand, okay.
Yeah, they're more imported wines.
What's your #1 seller when it comes to New Zealand? Is that the cupcake? Is that a cupcake wine?
The cupcake is Californians right now, but the New Zealand wine that we sold a lot is Mountain Cadet. You know, that's one of my best sellers. Australian wines, I have the Yellowtails that move fast.
Yellowtails?
People love those. Then we also have some domestic wines like California Napa Valley's wines. They're down this way, you know.
Would that be Dreaming Tree right here?
Trees right here, yeah.
Pinot Noir? Did I say that right? Or?
Yep, Pinot Noir.
All I know is Pinot Grigio and Merlot. That's all I know. And Mad Dog 2020.
Pinot Noir. We also have a lot of good wines from locals, Ohio.
What are your Ohio wines? That's interesting.
We have pretty good selection of Ohio.
Is that down here, the Ohio wines?
Down right here. These are my all Ohio wines.
What's the #1 selling Ohio wine? Can I show that to the viewers?
My #1 selling Ohio wine is Mon Ami. Mon Ami rose.
Mon Ami, and that is a rose. When you see the word rose, what does rose mean? Like
it's not more sweet or not dry. It's right around in the middle, you know.
So a person that drinks wine or someone that samples wine or a wine taster would know the difference.
Yes. We have Dover from Ohio, Ferrante, the ice wine, is one of the best wine. People like to drink this wine in wintertime because it's more sugar.
More sugar in the wine.
You know, they use that for as like dessert or family.
So you really research all these different import beers and import wines.
Import wine and import beer. These are one of my best sellers. That we have a Breitenbach, that we also carry those. We have a customer coming from Chicago.
All the way from Chicago to Brooklyn.
Buy a case of wine from me every other month.
Order wine. I've got the taste for a fine cigar, and I'm looking for an imported cigar. And you have a wonderful variety of cigars. Can you explain the different variety that you have?
Yeah, this is one of my best sellers, Romeo Juliet 1875, made in Dominican Republic.
All the way from the Dominican Republic.
You know, this is another one, Brick House. It's one of my best. It's made in Nicaragua.
How long does that cigar take to smoke? About a good hour? I know you do research.
Depends how you puffing it, you know, because you can't inhale the cigar. So you just, I see the customer keep
smoking keep smoking and smoking away and enjoying it.
Yeah, Punch is also very good cigars.
Punch. So you have Punch, Brick House, and what's the name of this brand?
Romeo Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. And most of these are from the Dominican Republic, Nicaragua. Let me ask you this question, okay? Since the embargo's been lifted, are you going to be purchasing cigars from Cuba?
Yes, we will.
What's your time frame?
I would say maximum about 6 months or so.
Rick, I think I've got a winner. Let's see how much I won.
What you got?
I won! How much did I win?
You win $1, Mike.
$1? I thought I won $1 million. Look at all these great lottery tickets. Let's talk lottery tickets. Let's talk about your lottery tickets, Rick. I see you have a bunch of $500 winners here. I see you even have a $1,000 winner or $1,000 winner. Can you? What's your biggest winner here, Rick?
We have sold $50,000 out of $3 scratch-off tickets.
One ticket, $50,000.
Yep. It's right over there.
Let's zoom on that. Let's zoom on that $50,000 winner. That is for $3 play, $50,000. It's amazing.
We had a guy came in last year. He missed by one number on a classic. Otherwise, he would have $11 million from here. But he's got $1,500 right there.
I see a $2,700 winner.
Yep, $2,700 on pick 4. My best pick 3 are at number 1. People love to get it because they come in, see my board with my number on it, and they say, "Who's Rick?" So it says, I say, "It's me." They're like, "Why you got those numbers on it?" I say, "Well, these are the numbers that I'm thinking that should be due shortly because they haven't hit it, you know."
I see.
And people like to get it.
Just the odds.
That's the odd.
Now, out of these tickets right here, what's your number 1 seller? When customers come in, what do they usually pick?
They pick a lot of them are cash word, and then we have those $10 and $20 tickets down here. These are the $10, $20, and $30 tickets.
$4 for your ticket.
Wow.
You know, and
$250,000 a year for life. How can you go wrong?
Somebody hit like $2,500 last month out of $10 tickets. We sold also $1,000 2 weeks ago, and this is coincidence. I want to talk to you, Mike.
Sure.
Since last March of this year till this August, we've been selling at least $1,000 or $2,000 on instant ticket.
It's amazing.
7-8 months straight.
You got to play to win.
You gotta play to
And
win.
you got to come and Biddulph Beverage to win. You can see there are winners.
Yeah, we have.
You've given me a great tour of your store, all these imported beers, imported wine, imported cigars. But I've got to be honest with you. I came in the store for this, Rick. A crystal clear Pepsi.